were right. Zardom was behind the attack on my raider.
You were betrayed by your own. What will you do now you know Zardom was responsible for the attack?
Nothing, until I can find him. He's disappeared.
Sadly, I doubt that means he's dead. His disappearance must be part of his plan, whatever that may be. Good. What else can you report?
Calix trapped me.
And you survived?
He summoned me, I obeyed. He opened his mind to me and I saw the universe. Skies stretching to infinity. I always knew his mind stretched across Magellan. But what I saw, the hybrid truly sees all.
And so the hybrid serves the Albs, and the Albs will see his directive is carried out. All Elex to the hybrid.
There was something else though, Jax. A sense of the past, but I couldn't see it.
The hybrid shows us only what we need to see.
What did you see when you had your audience with the hybrid?
I don't know. I don't remember anything from then. I know I saw him, that we spoke. That since then, I have known his will, understood his purpose clearer than I did before.
I heard Tarek and Parsec discussing the time before the hybrid. The moment they found him, I think that is what I was sensing.
The hybrid has given us purpose. Before him, we sought evolution. Only with him can we find it.
Tarek said the hybrid saw the fall, that Magellan ignored his warning about the comet.
Such stories are irrelevant.
The past is irrelevant. Only the future counts. All Elex to the hybrid.
All Elex to the hybrid. Yes, but it seems Calix still thinks I must be killed.
Then you have even more motivation to reach the Ice Palace. Yes. And?
My raider is almost ready. The mechanic is preparing to bring the reactor online.
Good. It could prove useful.
Then are you going to tell me your plans?
Get the raider finished. We need everything complete before I will share my plans with you. You've made progress. But the Albs must lose all their influence on the lands of the free people. And you must be ready to deliver on your promise to reach the hybrid. Then you will have earned my trust. Return to me when you have more to report.
The converters you wanted destroyed. There are no more active converters. I shut them all down.
Then, on behalf of the free people, I thank you. The converters are the worst thing your people ever did to us. Well, I say your people, but perhaps you have earned my trust enough to separate you from the Albs and Zakor. Perhaps we can work together. It seems you can deliver on your word. I would not have thought it possible for anyone to shut down all of the converters. Your deeds will be remembered by all the free people. We have a real chance to win the war now. Now we take the war to the hybrid. Now the hybrid must die, so everyone can be free.
You want to kill the hybrid?
Kill or convert. My studies indicate that mana will poison him. Kill him if we must. But there is also a chance we can change him with it.
You're getting ahead of yourself. First, you've got to tell me your plans.
Very well. But there's much to discuss. Ask your question, and I will see if I can answer.
And so, full circle. Sent to Thorold from the Ice Palace. To learn the truth. To kill the truth. And now I return. The hybrid stronghold that I defended for so long. Unquestioning. Serving the hybrid and my addiction to Elex. But what is it that Zakor is really defending? Thorold wants to strike at the hybrid by destroying the Elex that feeds it. But what is the hybrid using the Elex for? Has his vision failed, leaving me to act outside the directive? Or am I merely part of his greater plan? Who planned the failure of my mission? Did they want me to die? Or did they want Thorold to live? And so, full circle. Sent to Hybrid, I go back to the Ice Palace to learn the truth, to kill the truth.
Go through. It's not like security matters anymore.
Stay out of trouble, you will do well.
This city's had it. So now where am I supposed to go?
Nah. Not now.
The rebels paid for what they did to the energy shield.
We need to sort things out with those traders and get more supplies in.
How do we move on from here?
Thank you for making sure we got those mechs. Without them, the outlaws could have taken over the whole city.
You! Come here! Are you one of the volunteer couriers? Or have you brought a report? Come on, what information have you for me?
I haven't brought you a report.
Then what are you doing here?
What do you need a report on?
The state of things since the uprising. The Outlaws began an uprising with the help of the Separatists. It was obvious things would explode at some point. The Outlaws have been plotting for some time, but I didn't think they'd set out to destroy the Dome. Your failure to stop the Outlaws from receiving those weapons cost me lives. I hope that sticks to your conscience. As you're not here with the report, you should go. I have a lot to do.
Here, my thanks to you.
I don't understand. Why have you given this to me?
Any more? I cannot say. The mystery is key to this gift. Search out its meaning, and it will benefit you. Pass this test, and the secret will open to you.
Why are you making such a secret of it?
You'll see when you find the meaning. So, you survived. Well, you know where my bar is when you need a drink.
That's it.
Claw will be your guide. So, you're the one who helped Carter. That speaks well of you. Come on through. Talk to Hector. He'll answer your questions.
Looking to buy something?
Buy or sell?
I sell, you buy. Though I do buy too, sometimes. Altogether, I'm into buying and selling things. So, if you have anything you need to offload before the original owner finds out, then you can bring those items here to me.
Hello, my name is Yasma. But before you say a word, know this. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know what your name is. I am not interested in where you're from or what you're doing here. If you can remember that, then we'll get along just fine.
You might not want to know anything about me, but I want to know who you are.
There's little to say. I've lived my life on my own. One day I was robbed, seriously wounded and left to die. An outlaw by the name of Rat found me and helped me get back on my feet. He told me he knew of a place where I could be safe, where I could learn the skills of a thief. In return, I would have to teach those abilities to others. That is how I came to be here. That is why I stayed.
I was sent to find you.
By Darius, I'm guessing. And I assume you have a lot of questions about the claws.
Who are you?
My name is Hector. I am the leader of our network of the disinfected. Factions want it for themselves, don't they? All obedience and little reward. I was in the fort in Tavar when the Duke took it from Baxter. One new master to replace the old, and so I thought, why continue like that? So the claws were born. Whatever faction, whatever land, we are everything and everywhere, and we reward all. Welcome to the claws.
Who are the claws?
We are an independent group, dedicated to redistributing wealth to ourselves.
You mean you're thieves?
We take things, but tell me of a faction that doesn't. And they are only interested in their cause. We are an organization of independent wealth acquirers who focus on our members. We don't have ranks, and we don't care which faction you are with. We believe that the only thing that can help you survive and grow in this new world of ours is Elexit.
What is this place?
This is our headquarters, the center of our operations. Well, that's a bit formal. It's more a place that people can come and make contact. We arrange deals, we reward. Here we pledge to work with each other and to keep the word of the claws.
So, who is in this network?
Oh, that you will discover as you travel across Magaland. We are everywhere. But we choose who we allow to join very carefully. None of us know about the entire network, and nobody, apart from me, knows the size of our organization. We are recognized by our mark, the claw. Show that, and another claw should assist you. But let's get to the real reason of your visit. Now that you know who we are, would you like to become part of our network?
What are the goals of the claws?
The factions are at war. War for land. War for resources. War for war's sake. We have no interest in their politics. We simply want to ensure that whichever side wins, our members prosper. And this place has given us somewhere to stay while the Albs and the clerics tried to blast each other out of existence. It will give us a place to store our riches until we have enough to found a new empire and the new world that will follow. And so the question is, will you join us in this journey?
Ignadon. We must go to Ignadon.
You've sensed more Elex?
Yeah, we should go there. Now, as soon as possible.
Go where in Ignadon?
I'll find it when I'm close.
Let's take a look at the Elex deposit in Ignadon.
Good. Good, thank you. The crater. This is where the comet struck, where Elex first appeared on Magellan. The impact sent it high into the atmosphere and spread it across the world.
And today, the factions are gathering it back up.
Well, there's still enough here for us to examine. We should begin. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. It's somewhere up ahead of us. We're close now. Here, it's here. Give me space, and I'll see what I can find. Easy to get lost in it.
What happened?
It's all right. It's all right. I'm back. I'm with you.
Were you able to feel anything this time?
Yes. The Elex is... It is more than just energy. It has purpose.
What are you talking about?
The Elex was meant to change us. Meant to change our planet. It didn't come here by accident.
Elex came here on the comet.
I know, but I can feel it. It has purpose. It almost has reason.
You think it's alive?
I know. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm still trying to understand it myself, but I'm sure that Elex was sent here to change things. Please don't disturb me. I need to focus.
About the side effects of Elex.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you.
Sent here by who?
I don't know. I can only tell you what I sensed from the Elex. But whatever Elix's purpose is, it isn't over. The power it must have taken to make this. And now we all depend on it. For magic, for technology, for power? The whole planet is dependent on it.
The Albs think Elex is the key to the next step in evolution.
I know. I always assumed it was about magic, or just an excuse for their belief that they were superior. But I think the Elex wants to change us. The question is, why?
Can you figure this out?
No, not yet anyway. Maybe with more study I can learn more.
But whatever purpose it has, the free people will be less able to resist it while they are divided into all these factions.
We should go on. I won't learn any more here.
Sounds like you've learned a lot. Question is, what does any of it mean? Do you think you could find out more from the Elex?
Not right now. Getting close to it, inside what it is projecting, it would be easy to get swept away. I've learned more than I imagined I would. I almost wish I hadn't. Knowing what I know now, it makes me feel powerless.
With all your magic?
Don't you see? Whatever Elex is, something must have created it. Whatever my powers are, they aren't close to that. Whatever powers I have that you have, we owe to Elex. Elex created us. And I don't know if it is serving us, or we are serving it. How can you not be afraid of that? You did well.
Here, I got the replacement control jet for the Raider.
Well, that's a good piece of work. I'll get to repairing this right away.
So, what are your plans for getting into the Ice Palace?
The Albs will move the bulk of their forces to the borders of Zakor. We need to take out those positions. That will open the way for a direct assault. What I need to know first is whether the Separatists will help us with this attack, or if they attack us as we move against Zakor. Are you ready?
Your plan is a frontal attack.
We've scouted the Ice Palace, and now is the time to strike. The Albs have moved their forces. They trust too much in those energy barriers of theirs. All we need to do is take out the barrier generators, and we will open our way in. Your Raider is perfect for that task. That's why we need it.
One Raider won't stop an army.
The Albs' biggest weak point is Elex. With the converters gone, we've cut off their new supplies. Now, we need to take out what they have stockpiled.
How are we going to destroy the barrier generators?
We crippled a similar generator when we attacked the converter here in Idan. All we had to do was target the ventilation port. It took one shot from our ballista to cripple the generator, and that brought the shield down. Your Raider cannon has a lot more power than a ballista. So, if you hit the generator's ventilation port at full power, it will blow and the Ice Palace will lose its defense.
What will make you trust the Separatists?
The same as it took to trust you. I want to see them start shooting at Albs. Actions speak more than words. Actions earn trust.
And what if your plan to transmute all their Elex stocks doesn't work?
If they still have their Elex, we can't fight the Alb army. We will have to target their commanders instead. If we kill the Alb commanders in charge of the defenses around the Ice Palace, the resistance should crumble. With them dead, the soldiers won't stop us getting into the Ice Palace.
So, what are you planning to do when you get to the hybrid?
Heal him. If we can bring him into contact with a seedling, it will transmute the Elex within him, changing his nature. We can heal him as we heal the planet.
To reach the hybrid, we will need the code to his chamber.
Don't you think I know that? But none of my prisoners have known the code or would give it up. All I have discovered is that it has something to do with the hybrid's past.
But what? The Elexitors are the only ones with access to the hybrid. Anyone below that rank can't enter the chamber unless the hybrid calls them personally.
Then you need to find an Elexitor and get the code out of him.
The last time I tried to confront Calix, he didn't come alone. There were Albs patrolling the area where we were to meet. I need to get him alone.
Then you must choose a place yourself. Zardam's old hiding place, for instance. Maybe there you will get a chance to meet Calix alone.
Why would he come there? Calix is not one to give up an advantage in a fight alone.
Is there any way you can discredit him? Get his own people to reject him?
No. Calix is untouchable. He's practically worshipped. Otherwise, he would not have become an Elexiter. The trust of the hybrid is not earned easily. People know that.
Then look into his past. Speak to your father. Perhaps he could tell you something that would help. No one as ambitious as Calix is without fault.
You said we could change the hybrid instead of killing him?
We can try and change him with mana. If it doesn't work, the mana will poison him. Is that a problem?
You think killing should be an easy decision?
That thing hasn't hesitated to order the deaths of hundreds, thousands. There is a chance we can convert it, change it with mana. But change him or kill him, he must be stopped.
Killing the hybrid is the only way to save Magellan. For all his knowledge and power, he must answer for what he has done. Whatever his plan is, it can't be worth the damage he's caused.
I agree. While there is a chance we could stop the fighting and keep his knowledge, we would be risking all of Magellan to try. We can hope the mana will heal him, as it is healing Magellan. Maybe we could force him onto a different path, but the safety of the planet must come first, even if that means killing him.
The Elexiters say that the hybrid has a greater plan for all of us. That he knows the nature of Elex and why it came to our world. That he has the power to see the future. Before we act, we should find out what the hybrid knows. If we don't gain the knowledge, we could pay the price for it.
Well, if he has a plan that is supposed to benefit us, I haven't seen a sign of it. That thing only wants power. Listen to him if you must, but take this seedling into the chamber with you. You must attach it to the hybrid. That is how we will tame him or kill him.
How far advanced is your plan to transmute the Elex?
The planning is complete. If it works in practice, then all the Elex on Magellan should be transmuted. But I can't control that amount of magical energy on my own. I will need a strong mage to help me. Someone who truly understands the nature of Elex and mana.
Then ask Kaya.
Kaya has the ability. But as for the temperament, this isn't the time for impulsiveness. The magic we'd be channeling if she didn't follow orders.
What other choice do you have?
Well, bold times take bold decision. I'll have to trust her. But she won't listen to a request from me. You must ask her to do it.
I've been to the fishing village in Edan.
Then do you understand?
That Calix and I were born berserkers and not Albs? Do I understand that you killed our parents and carried us off to the Ice Palace as your children? What I don't understand is why.
I wanted heirs. I had achieved much. But I wanted to found a dynasty of the most powerful Albs to follow in my footsteps. But I couldn't have children. So I did what Albs do. I took what I wanted, and I was successful. Look at what you and Calix achieved. You rose to the very top in Zakor. My legacy was almost complete. You were poised to rule.
We were. Then someone set me up. Now, your bastard children are trying to kill each other.
Yes, all the plans I had shattered.
Your plans? You destroyed our lives.
What life are you talking about? I saved you from death when the Albs destroyed your village. Your parents would be dead anyway. Your lives would have been short, desperate, futile. What would you be? A fisherman? A vagrant in the forests? A wanderer amongst the rat holes of Idan? You both have me to thank for lives of greatness. This truth is what you can use to lure Calix. He wants to hold on to power, and fears that if the truth of his birth became known, then he would lose that power. Threaten to reveal the truth, and Calix will come to you.
It's good that I know where and how I can challenge Calix. I will send Calix a message through my adjutor. I expect he will go there straight away.
That may be so, but be cautious. You know who you are dealing with.
I know you're here, Calix. Show yourself so we can end this.
Where is the tactical skill that had the hybrid ready to appoint you one of the chosen? There you stand in the open, ready to be picked off. How vulnerable your feelings have made you.
What brought you here, Calix? I sent you one message, and you came running.
So, you know about our past? Wardick should have kept our secret. I will not let you spread the story further. I will keep my honor.
That sounds like emotion to me, Calix. Fear, anger, confusion. Which of those drove your attempt to murder me?
Murder? You failed your mission. The directive is clear. Failure of a mission is punishable by execution. Is that why you really came here, Jax? Are you ready to die?
What did you mean, appoint me to the Chosen?
All Albs the hybrid sees as having Alexitor potential have a biocore chip implanted to maximize their efficiency. They and others he sees the potential in. We have been selected to serve his future, to ensure the future comes to pass. You had been chosen to evolve to the next level. The hybrid had even had you implanted with a chip ready to communicate with you, so he could guide your thoughts.
If I have a chip, then why hasn't the hybrid ordered me back to Zakor? How can I have my free will?
Because you got lucky. Your chip must have been damaged when I attempted to execute you. That is the only explanation.
Convenient that your proof has been destroyed.
Tell me, Jax, do you never see images you can't explain? Visions?
Yes.
Some of those will be memories. Others are thoughts that spring from your connection to the hybrid. He sees the future, the plans of the free people. All of Magalan and some of those visions will have leaked into your mind through the chip.
How long have you known that we are the children of berserkers?
I have always known. You were too young to remember, but I have always remembered the faces of my real parents. They too are irrelevant. We benefited from the fact we were taken from the berserkers.
You are my brother. That must count for something.
Are you trying to provoke an emotional reaction? Emotions are a waste of energy. They cloud perception.
I must speak to the hybrid directly. What is the code to his chamber?
Only Alexitors can be told that. You are no Alexitor.
I know the code is something to do with the hybrid's past, but all I know of his past is that the Albs found him, that he showed our leaders the future and took control of our people.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future.
So why does the hybrid hide this? What is it about his past that he wants to stay hidden? You saw his past. when you had an audience with him?
What I saw is irrelevant.
The universe, skies stretching to infinity. Does that relate to the code? You said Tarek talked about the old world. Is that a clue? Come on, Calix. You know there is more to this. I know you wanted answers then. You must still want them.
I serve the directive. The law demands the death of those who learn it illegally.
So I'm right. It is something to do with his past, with what you saw.
The past is irrelevant.
You expect me to believe that you have never wondered about the code? It could be anything. It would be logical for it to be random. It would be efficient to change it, but instead the code remains the same and is rumored to link to his past. Doesn't that sound emotional? Why would he stick with something like that? It has to mean something.
You are allowing your own emotions to cloud your thinking.
Our world is in the hands of the hybrid. We should know what makes him who he is.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future. The hybrid must achieve supremacy. You have come to me with the emotion and twisted logic of the free people. Listening to you any longer is a waste of time. I will end this here and now. You had your chance, but you let it pass.
Calix's reaction proves I'm on the right track, and it has something to do with the old world. Perhaps it might mean something to Harley. He knows a lot. I need that raider ready. The Albs are gathering strength to attack the free lands. We have to be one step ahead of them.
Well, I almost have the thing done, but... You want to take it to Zakor? Don't forget, half of that crate is mine.
This raider is the only chance to stop the Alb attack.
I was afraid you'd say something like that. You'll get the raider when I'm ready. And one more thing. Let's not pretend that I don't know who you really are, okay? You've done some impressive stuff, so don't turn out to be a shit in the end, will ya? So, when does the raider have to be ready?
There are a few things to take care of first.
Is there a timescale coming at any point?
All right, so this is where we're up to. I have to take care of the Alb commanders in Zakor. That way I can open up a path to get to the Ice Palace without the Alb forces in that area killing me before I've managed to get close. I still have to figure out what the Separatists will do when we march into Zakor. Thorold the Pilgrim is yet to complete his Elex experiment. That must be done before we attack. I still need to learn the access code for the Hybrid's chamber. I need that before I attempt to enter the Ice Palace.
Well, it sounds like there's still something to do. Come back when that's taken care of. I'll make sure that the raider is prepared. Just make sure you get it done before the whole damn Alb army shows up here. One question. They're saying you're fighting your brother.
So?
So, is this just some big family bust-up? Is there any chance you're gonna turn around and buddy up again? I'm only asking because, you know, this affects the fate of the world and shit.
I met with my brother Calix, the Elexitor.
Ah, really? And you beat him, right? Then we should be happy you're not in pieces. I mean, that guy's a maniac, right?
My brother won't trouble us anymore. But this is far from over.
So, this is more than just a family feud. So what's the problem?
The Albs are led by the Hybrid. It is him they serve. It is him they pledge their lives to. But I don't know why.
I don't know what he is planning for the Albs, or for Magalot. Everything that happens, that has happened for generations, is because of the hybrid. Only he can answer my questions. Only he can end this war.
So, what are you planning?
If I am to get the answers I need, then I have to find a way to get to the hybrid in the Ice Palace. But that means I need to get the code to access his chamber.
Do you know where you can get it?
All that I know is the code has something to do with the hybrid's past, and has something to do with stars, the universe, infinite skies.
Infinite skies. Hey, that's something I've seen before in a couple of places. But where? Where? Yeah, I got it. There's an old industrial complex out to the southwest of Idan where I found some stuff that mentioned that. An old lab there. But, nah, forget it. Why would that have anything to do with the hybrid?
You mean the old world ruins at the foot of the mountain? Where I found the first replacement part for the Raider?
Yeah, that's the place. That's where I saw those words. It could be a coincidence, but... weird, huh? I mean, maybe you can find the answer there.
Perhaps, but there's only one way to find out, and that means going there.
See you later.
Here's the place Harley said he found reference to infinite skies, an old world complex, built to hide something from the outside world. Infinite Skies. A corporation that worked on secret research in the old world. They say the hybrid saw the day the comet struck, that he survived. It must be true. Here he was, holed up and hidden in a device of his own making in order to protect himself from the impact, saved from the fires, but changed by the Elex. A man become mutant. All that had possessed him while he was a man was the thought of surviving the disaster that was to come. He tried to prepare a select group, those who would be welcomed to the infinite skies. A chance to leave the planet, to avoid destruction. But the plan failed. The government failed to listen to him. He had failed to save them. All he wanted to do was survive. So here he hid. Here he survived. But what did he become? Elex flooding his body. His hunger for it grew. His mind opened. He became more dependent on it. But what was this man? Who was it that became the hybrid that rules Zakor today? Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins. Immortal. Inaccessible. All-powerful. The pinnacle of evolution. Still driven by the need to survive, he began to see the future. He saw the future then. But what of now? Can the hybrid truly see the future? What does he want for himself? Survival? Safety? A future for us? There is only one way to know. I must speak to him. Secured with a password that referred to the name its human form once took. Now I can reach him. His name, Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins. Now I know the code to the hybrid's chamber. I should use it. Perhaps I will finally get the answers I am seeking. Which one of you convinced Wardak to join your cause?
No one did. Your father chose to join us himself. I hope that you too can see the strength of our cause.
I'm ready to attack the Ice Palace.
You have achieved much, but I am still to understand your intentions.
What do you mean?
Which side are you fighting for? Are you fighting against the hybrid? Or are you only motivated by your need to revenge yourself against the Alexiters?
This is not about sides. Ending this war is in everyone's best interest.
But what are your intentions for the hybrid? Will you admit that he seeks to control the destiny of the Albs? We will only fight alongside you if you share our interests. The hybrid goes, the old directive must be restored. Tell me your intentions.
The hybrid's rule must end. There's no other way to finish this.
Then we stand with you. I will order final preparations to begin. We will meet again in Zakor. Victory will be ours.
Thorold needs your help with this Elex experiment.
So he thinks he's finally done it, does he? That he can take away the fighting strength of the Albs with one act of magic. You should help him. Tell Thorold I'll be there when he starts the experiment.
Kaya will help with the experiment.
She will? And is she ready now?
Why don't you ask yourself?
You're not the only mage, Kaya. I'm certain of my findings. 90% certain. 60 or 70% at worst. But if we pull it off, who's to know we were ever worried? Everything is ready. We can begin immediately.
I met with Calix.
And? Did you find what you were looking for?
No. But I now understand my brother's true nature.
Truth. It always brings its own burden.
You should begin the experiment now.
So be it. Keep your distance. This could be dangerous for anybody close by. We failed. We were close, but Zarda must have known what we were planning. I can't try again alone. Even if we can find Kaya, it would take weeks to recalibrate everything before attempting that again. We must move to attack the Ice Palace as soon as we can. If they are this intent on stopping us, the hybrid must be close to achieving his plans.
What about Kaya?
Kidnapping her has stopped me making any further progress with my plans. But then killing her would also have stopped the transmutation. So why did he kidnap her? Zarda must have seen the same power in Kaya that you did. He must be planning to use that power for himself in some way.
He was interested in her. He asked me to find her. That can't be a coincidence. Where do you think Zarda has taken Kaya?
Zakor. His ambition has always been to take command there. He seeks a chance to rule. So, he'll want to keep an eye on things in the Ice Palace. He will be close to there.
What if Zarda wasn't responsible for your failure? What if something else stopped your transmutation?
His intervention is the only thing that makes sense.
You don't seem certain.
The only other explanation is that Elex itself was resisting the transformation. But that's not probable.
Not probable or not possible.
Resistance would imply purpose, consciousness. And Elex is a substance, not an entity. It isn't alive.
Kaya thought Elex could be alive.
What are you talking about?
She said that's what she felt. That Elex is more than a substance, that it communicated with her. Couldn't that be what went wrong?
What you're saying is impossible. Kaya is able enough when it comes to magic, but she's misinterpreted what she's seen. I've run experiments on Elex, studied it for years, and I've seen nothing to indicate that what you're saying is true. How could Kaya just stumble on something like this in the time she's had?
What will you do now that the experiments failed?
We must take the fight to the hybrid. It seems an assault on the Ice Palace is the only way to end this war. We will see each other again in Zakor. You said that we are fighting for the same cause. So, we must take that fight to the hybrid. And, for the hope of all Magalan, we must be victorious.
The feel of this place is terrible. Where are we?
In Zardam's hideout, on the border between Abessa and Zakor.
That explains the disturbance in the Elex.
Where is he? Where is Zardam?
I don't know. He hasn't been here for a long time.
Well, then he must have got what he wanted. That means he's gone to the Ice Palace.
That bastard paralyzed me and left me here. He must have planned that all along. Why didn't he just kill me?
He must have wanted to use your strength. It must have been part of his plan to regain his place in the Ice Palace. But you must have been too strong for him.
Well, why ever he left me alive, it was a mistake. I won't let him surprise me like that again. Thank you for looking for me.
I'm making preparations to attack the Ice Palace.
Then I wish you well. There was a time when I would have pledged you my support, but I cannot join you. I cannot leave here, now that I am the last Judicator of Horde. I wish you luck. May Kalan be with you.
Our preparations are almost complete. It is almost time to attack the Ice Palace.
The Ice Palace? And you found some other lunatics to help you.
It's the only way to stop the hybrid from conquering Magalan.
Yeah. Or it's a way to piss him off so he decides to come out fighting and kill everything that moves. But until then, maybe I'll come and watch him take you apart. Have fun out there. I know I will.
I'm preparing to attack the Ice Palace.
Yes, I've heard you have been working with Thorald. I have heard reports of Alb troop movements in Zakor. It's time you moved. Will you fight alongside Thorald?
Looks like it.
Good. Then I will wait on Thorald's order to send his support. Magalan is depending on you both. Bring an end to the hybrid.
I have the code to the
the hybrid's chamber.
Then you're going to try and get in.
If we can make it into the Ice Palace, then it is time to confront him. The hybrid planted a control chip in my head. If it worked, he could have told me to kill myself at any time, but the failed attempt to execute me must have damaged the chip instead. That means I can get to him. Then maybe I can find out what he really wants.
Aye. Every time you make this personal, I get pissed at you. This is about more than just you egomaniac.
Alright, so this is where we're up to. I've completed everything. I'm just waiting for you to finish the raider.
You just tell me when you're good to go, and I'll have it ready.
Get that flyer ready to go. I will start the attack on Zakor now.
Attack? Right. So you're not just using this for transport?
No, I need the raider to take out a shield generator.
Right. You could have said that earlier.
Why? What's the problem?
You never said anything about weapon systems.
We said fully operational.
You said you wanted to fly it. I've not had time to repair the weapon systems on top of everything else.
Then why didn't you tell me that?
Then why didn't you tell me what you were planning? If I had known, I could have told you the weapons weren't... I've just about had time to get this thing flying again. It's a complex machine.
Attacking that generator from the air is the only way to take it out. I'll have to ram it.
That's suicide. How will you get out in time?
This is the only way in. So I will have to figure out how to escape when I'm there.
You are one crazy son of a bitch. You fuck this up, we're all dead. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm not asking for volunteers. You stupid son of a bitch. Good luck, Ray. I'm counting on you.
Crazy-ass head did your flying stunt for you. That guy must have owed you big time.
Ray, you crazy bastard. I guess he felt guilty for getting me into this mess. Well, Ray, you've opened the way to the Ice Palace. I guess it's time for me to go deeper into Zakor.
I think the others are already waiting on you. Good luck. Go show the hybrid. I hope you get the answers you need. And try not to get killed. We'll all be here. Hoping not.